last event for the men at the Syndicate Crown as we wrap up day 3 of competition. Thanks for being with us today. I'm Sean Woodland alongside Adrian Conway. Bella Martin is down on the competition floor. Overall standings coming in, 11 men go, and everybody on your screen right now will be in this heat, and they're all chasing Travis Mayer, who currently sits in that 11th and final spot with 259 points. Bring out the weights, Adrian.
Bring out the weights, and I'm sure Travis Mayer likes this with the listed snatch at 300 pounds, man. We're going to go in a descending ladder of 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 squat snatches with a 2-minute cap at each one until the final bar. They get 3 minutes, 185, 205, 225, 245, and they finish at 265.
GoRuck steps to success. Have they changed at all?
Not at all, Sean. Smooth is fast here. They're going to want to try to build the confidence and positivity in their cadence early with the higher reps, and then fast out and fast through. And what that means is that overhead squat that they have to pass through each and every repetition. Who can get out of the bottom and into full extension over time will have reward.
Lane assignments for this third of 4 heats. Travis Mayer, the marked man, in lane number 5, and the 2 men who are immediately behind him in the overall standings will be in lanes 4 and in lane 6. Taylor Self and Luke Parker. For more on Parker, here's Bella Martin.
I like Luke Parker in the position he's in going into these final 2 events for the guys. He's gone to games before on a team, seen success as an individual as well. Tell you what, I'm sure he's excited to go back to the games, but his wife is also giving birth in August. So if there's anyone that's going to be busy in the month of August and might not have the time to travel to Dallas-Fort Worth, it's going to be this guy. Excited to see his wife in the stands cheering for him, boys.
We are joined in the booth by a 9-time CrossFit Games athlete and one of the few men to make me cry at the games, Scott Panchik. Thanks for stopping by again, man.
Hey, excited to be here.
How's this one shape up for your brother?
I'm excited about this one for him. I've watched him do it a number of times, and I feel good.
We are underway. Spencer Panchik in lane 1.
Hey, you mentioned feeling good about him, Scott. Boy, does he got smooth as butter for him, bro. I mean, he takes patience off the floor. Chest is upright. Beautiful overhead position. You might have taught him a thing or two about that. Is that right?
I might have taught him a little something. Yeah, he's got some great form. Biggest thing on these early barbells is to just stay smooth and not get too fast.
Yep.
You want to accelerate through those last 2 bars.
Now, you did this event back in 2016.
Yes.
What was the approach for you at that time with the weights being what they were?
Well, it feels like it was just last year. Yeah, those first 2 bars, you just got to be careful not to get pulled into too fast of a pace. Keep your heart rate under control, quick transitions, and really your money's going to be made on those last 2 bars.
Jack Farlow still has the time to beat, 5:56.87 seconds. There's Alex Vigneault, who's going to be the first man to advance his barbell along with Seth Stovall and Spencer Panchik. And then at the top of your screen in lane 10, Jake Berman is moving up as well. And Travis Mayer and Taylor Self moving up. As the official footwear and apparel partner of CrossFit in the CrossFit Games, GoRuck wants to give your gym the chance to win the official shoe of CrossFit. Head over to GoRuck.com/CrossFit and enter for the chance to win 50 free pairs of Rough Runners for you and your affiliate.
As we talk about maintaining control of this early pace, Scott, we know that some of these athletes, Alex Vigneault on the right, for example, has a listed max of 300 pounds. Your brother Spencer, a listed max of 295. And then we got someone like Stovall right in the middle, listed max at about 275. Now, the outer athlete's having a bigger buffer on that last bar. How does that play into factor in a workout where we're doing so many reps?
Yeah, that lower percentage of your max on the early barbells is going to have you moving it a lot faster, and that's what you got to be careful of, is not to come out too fast right there. And really just find your pace that's going to set you up to move fast through those last bars, because a long rest on the 245, 265 can really tick over, but a second here or there on the barbell, 1 and 2, isn't going to add up as much.
8 reps at 205. There is Taylor Self, who has 3 reps remaining on this barbell. He currently sits in 13th place overall. He's 28 points back of Travis Mayer for 11.
And he had some struggles yesterday, Sean, on that front squat workout, knowing he's had multiple knee surgeries. That front squat is something that he's still working to refine. A bit of a struggle when it comes to power lifts, like squatting, pressing, pulling. But when it comes to Olympic lifts, he has an opportunity to use his speed and athleticism to try to blur the line and close the gap on some of these other stronger competitors. So we'll really see how that starts to pay off or be a challenge for him in these latter bars of this event.
And right now he's ahead of Travis Mayer, who's on the right side of your screen. Self got through those 8 reps before Mayer did. Seth Stovall now is getting to work at 225, 6 reps here.
Who's going to be the first of that 245 bar?
That's right. Would you say, and I know you mentioned that those are the really key barbells, is those final 2. Is that where 245, is that where the workout essentially starts?
I do. I think that's where the workout starts for these guys. And then it's just how clean are those reps. If you hit a rep clean, you know you can get on it right away. But if you're a little leaning left and right, you don't want that. Spencer
Panchik on the left side of your screen now has 1 rep remaining. Alex Vino hanging towards the front here and ahead of Travis Mayer. Vino's 33 points back of Travis Mayer. Very much alive here for one of the qualifying spots. Coming off his best event finish of the competition, a 10th place in event number 4, is now Spencer Panchik has started his 4 reps at 245.
That's a great first rep there too.
Seth Stovall about to join him. And Luke Parker as well in lane 6 is moving up to the 245-pound barbell. And Parker in the middle of your screen in the all black, and Seth Stovall bottom of your screen in the light blue shirt just hit his opening rep at 245.
Luke looking smooth on his first rep. You can see the athlete starting to breathe a little bit heavier here, but your heart rate actually starts to come down, right, Scott, in these latter bars, because it's less reps. You got to take more rest. You're almost forced into it.
Seth Stovall on the left, Luke Parker on the right. Meanwhile, Travis Mayer has pulled ahead of Taylor Self as Mayer has moved up to the 245-pound barbell, and he makes his first lift as Parker and Stovall continue to work through their set of 4 here at 245. Luke Parker coming in 12th place overall. He's only 6 points back of Travis Mayer, and right now ahead of him in this heat.
Yeah, Luke looking smooth. Great lift there by Spence, and he's going to advance forward.
You got a little race here. I like it.
The Luke Parker in the lead, just ahead of Spencer Panchik. There, your top 2. Seth Stovall is now through his 4 reps at 245. And Travis Mayer, middle of your screen, no shirt and the shorts, is trying to get through his reps at 245. I believe he has 1 remaining. Taylor Self in the all black, he's also on that barbell as well. The time to beat is quickly approaching, so Jack Farlow looking like his top time is going to survive into the final heat as Travis Mayer has 2 reps remaining. Spencer Panchik hits his opening lift at 265.
Luke Parker smooth on his first lift at 265.
Alex Vino has made his lift. Parker misses. And now Spencer Panchik and Seth Stovall, bottom of your screen, stepping up for their last reps at 265. Stovall will hit it, and he is in. He'll take the heat. Alex Vino is in. That is big. Again, 33 points out of the qualifying spot, and now Luke Parker is in. Parker looking at leapfrog Travis Mayer, who just made his first lift. So Stovall's going to lock up the win in the heat as Spencer Panchik is in. Taylor Self missing his opening attempt at 265. Mayer's got 1 left. Mayer's got to do some damage control here.
And this is where it starts to get tough because you are just counting seconds, trying to figure out how quickly can I get on it to ensure you get that last lift.
Now here comes Taylor Self. His second attempt at 265. He needs to hit 2 lifts, and he'll hit that. He'll make that.
That was a good lift. That bar was even away from him a little bit off the floor. It was a little forward.
Mayer again. He will make that count to Travis Mayer is in.
big here for Taylor.
Taylor self has it.
Wow.
Travis Mayer right now 10th place in the event, but that is going to change with 1 heat to go. There's Jake Berman.
Great lift by Berman there.
He's in. Alex Vigneault, 2nd place in the heat, meanwhile, 6th place in the event right now.
This is where some experience can really play a big part, knowing when to get on that barbell.
Andre Strom is done, and he is across the finish line.
How did you navigate making those executive decisions for yourself, Scott? It's like, hey, man, I feel like I should go, but I'm going to hold off for a couple more seconds. How do you make those hard choices in the heat of competition?
I remember, like it was yesterday, when I got to that 265-pound bar and having to walk back and take a little breather. And you practice it, you know. You gotta just fail and practice to know where that threshold is to send it on game day.
So Nate Ackerman come across the finish line, and that leaves Benoit Boulanger as the last man on the floor.
You'll understand what I mean when I say this, Scott, but it almost takes a bit of soberness / humility to make that choice, because in the heat of the moment, with the crowd, with the family, with the friends, and with the desire to want to excel at a high level, you're like, nah, I'm ready, I can do this, I can do anything. But you got to almost talk yourself off the edge a little bit.
Absolutely. And like you said, your breathing starts to come down, so your breathing says you can go, but the muscles themselves maybe aren't quite ready to do it. Not to mention, whenever another athlete steps up next to that barbell with you, you know, it makes you want to get your hands on it real quick.
Yeah, no greater temptation than watching someone else put their hands on the bar and you're like, no. These are my 3 points, or these are my 5 points, or whatever it's going to be. That's right.
And this is the time to take chance. You look at every guy in this heat right here, and these guys are all taking a chance, right? They want that last spot.
And Boulanger unable to stand that up. He's been bouncing in and out of a qualifying spot coming into this event in 15th place overall. He started the competition in 8th place, then he was out, down to 14th, then he was back in 11th.
And Sean, I was going to mention that Boulanger's listed max is 255 pounds. He's now slinging, after all those snatches already, 265 pounds, and this is something that he's trying to have growth in as an individual. He can move in gymnastics. He's got a decent base for conditioning, and it's about putting together this strength concept that's a huge and very influential aspect of our sport in CrossFit that he's got to continue to grow in.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Benoit Boulanger.
Now we talk about misses, Scott, and he missed that behind his head. That gives him some hope, right?
A little bit of confidence. You know you got it. You got it high enough to get under it.
Now the lift has to be done by the time cap in order for it to count. So keep that in mind. And we're only 10 seconds away from the time
he's got to go.
And these are the moments right here that stick with you for a whole year. That will fuel that whole next year of training.
Well, this one may not count, but it'll count for him if he makes it.
What a great effort there.
Yep. Great effort for Benoit Boulanger. Crowd saluting him. Seth Stovall is going to win your heat. 6:28.97 seconds. Jack Farlow still has the best mark. 5:56.87 heading into the final heat. And Alex Vigneault certainly did himself some favors as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, we had an amazing race here the entire event. Spencer Panchik leading the way early with some very smooth and efficient pacing. It looked like he might have shorted the pull there in a rep or two that cost him some time and a miss. Luke Parker came on strong, but also the same thing, missing lockout there with his right side. But it was Seth Stovall, the one that his listed max is only 275. That barbell right there is only 10 pounds under his max, and he sees the moment. Alex Vigneault then coming in shortly after. We had a series of mayhem athletes come across the finish line, but then it's almost everybody's favorite dad whose family showed up to support him that sees the moment.